There are going to be spoilers, so if you want to save this video for later, after you watch it, go ahead, and if you don't mind, you can just continue to watch. The Last of Us Episode 2 starts off with a flashback to 2003, the start of the series 20 years before current events. We go into more detail about how now the fungus has started to spread and seeing if there is any vaccine for it. What the show continues to do now is fill in some of the gaps the games didn't have in terms of lore behind the fungus and how it started and what initial precautions were made to try and prevent the spread. It's told by the professor in Indonesia that there is no cure or vaccine, very similar to what we noticed in the games as well, and since others got bit and escaped, the best option is to bomb the entire city. And that was a chilling thing to hear. Fast forward back to 2023, Joel, Ellie, and Tess all continue to their trip west to deliver Ellie to the Fireflies. Tess, and to a lesser extent Joel, begin to realize that Ellie isn't turning and she might in fact be immune. A large portion of the episode is just them traveling, and every once in a while, instead of just having info after info thrown at you, having the characters just explore and journey to the destination is a nice addition. Ellie and Joel talk a little about each other, but Joel refuses to give too much personal information away. They reach the top of the building they needed to cross, but unfortunately it's swarmed by the infected, so now they have to go through the museum. See, what the show did differently than the games is, while yes, the same principles of being bit apply to being infected, spores, which was an airborne way to be infected, was taken out entirely, due to the very concept of since it's airborne, it won't be in one specific location but all over the world, hence everyone would probably be infected. It also added all infected being connected, similar to how actual fungus communicate, so if one gets triggered or interacted with, thousands of others would know where they are. On their trip to the museum, they have to weave past all the dead fungus quietly just in case anything might still be in there. The scenery once again looks fantastic and matches very well to the vision of the story. Walking through the museum, they find a recently killed person, and Joel makes sure everyone stays as silent as possible since now they're most likely not alone. As they continue to walk, the ceiling collapses on them and they're stuck in one area now and have alerted the infected that were within. This is the first time we're seeing the infected when it's taken over a host for an extended period of time, and these are called clickers. Now, they can't see due to the mutation infecting them, but their sense of hearing has become extremely potent. Joel, Ellie, and Tess alarm the clickers and they attack them, the three spread out, Joel taking one, Tess taking one, and Ellie being told to hide. The scene and visuals of the clickers look perfect, and the tension added makes this a really immersive horror scene. Joel manages to kill one of the clickers and is suddenly attacked by the other one, and Tess slams an axe into its head before Joel finishes it off. Ellie gets bit again, but she's immune, so more or less it doesn't matter too much, and Tess has a sprained ankle. The three head out to the roof, and Tess bandages herself up but is acting harsher to Ellie and Joel than before. Keep that in mind going forward. Joel and Ellie cross the makeshift boardwalk exactly like the games, and when they both see the scenery, keep the exact same dialogue in the game when they speak about it. And you know that's my favorite when they do that. As the group gets to their assumed destination, they realize something is off when they aren't met with the Fireflies. Ellie notices some blood on the floor and they try to go inside to see if they're in there. Upon entering the base, they're all found to be dead, infected, and fought amongst each other. Tess starts to get frantic and it's revealed why. She's infected. She didn't want Joel near her to make sure he doesn't get infected, and she knew her time was running out. She pleads with Joel that Ellie is the real deal. Tess has been only infected for a couple hours, while Ellie's been infected for way longer, and Ellie's doesn't look nearly as bad as Tess's. Tess explains that Ellie is the reason that they need to make sure she gets to the Fireflies. Joel promises that he will do this, and Tess's actress did an amazing performance on Tess's part for her final moments. One of the affected is still alive, and Joel kills them, which, as mentioned before, signals the others of their location. Tess makes Joel and Ellie leave while she stays behind to make sure that none of the infected follow them. All the infected swarm in, and you could feel the anxiousness in Tess's voice, the heavy breathing, since she knows that these are her last moments alone, probably scared, and she makes sure it's worth it by blowing the entire place and all the infected up. Joel and Ellie watch on as the place explodes and continue traveling forward. Now, even though Joel didn't say anything about this or react, we all know he fell for her and this really hit home for him, which I'm sure they're going to discuss in the next episode. I'm continuing to love the way they're going, and I'll be back here next week to review the next episode as well. Let me know what you all think down below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.